Whoa, 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 whoa. It has a game. This is a really good model. If this works, I think this model just killed every other model. Wait, 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 wait. Okay. Wait, what? In 3D? Oh, it's 3D. Hello, everyone. And today is one of the big days where Gemma 4 got released. If you notice, it is April 2nd, so it's definitely not April Fool's. And I have to say, this is quite exciting because I have already, if you can see on the left-hand side, have downloaded the 31B IT version, the 26B, which is MOE version, the 4 billion and the 2 billion parameter model. And as you can see, they're already fully loaded into the Max3 VRAM, 338 gigabytes being used. And the reason that it is 338 gigabytes being used because the top model 31B I loaded at a full 256,000 context length at full BF16. So let's just quickly take a look about this model and see what they have over here. So as you can see, this is an Apache 2 license, which is really great. Unlike the prior ones, that means we can do whatever we want with these models. We're gonna, fine tune them, etc., which is also going to be awesome now that we have unsloth fine tuning. If you have enough video memory, you can do that. You can't do that yet on the Macs, but you can do that for sure on the NVIDIA graphics cards. And soon, I'm sure soon we'll be able to fine tune on the Macs. Okay, so one of the awesome features is the 256,000 context. So that's roughly what, 200,000 words, like a couple of books for sure. 140 languages, still a lot of vocabulary there. Gemma has always been the best at languages, I've noticed. And there are the 4 models, the 2 billion parameter, 4 billion, 26 MOE, which is super fast, as well as the 31 billion. Now, as you can see, they have and they support reasoning. They support extended multimodality. So that means they will take the text, images, so images at variable aspect ratios, which is great. So you can put any image and they'll scan through them. I think they already had that before. And also audio. So they'll be able to take sound clips. So if you put in a video, I guess, and they will be able to parse the audio, parse the video. This is amazing. I'm definitely going to try it out on some of my videos. Just put it in there, get it parsed out. This is amazing. Diverse and effective architecture. So basically, yes, we have an MOE variant, so mixture of experts. So that means not the full 26 billion activates, but only 4 billion parameters activate, which is great for speed. So it's like a 26 billion parameter model, but it's super fast, and a 31 billion dense. So the 31 billion dense, I'm expecting a lot from it, especially since we're going to be comparing this to the Qwen 3.5 27B that came out just a while ago, especially. And I am super happy because I know Google is really great at SVGs and art, and I'm going to be testing it today. All right, so also we have enhanced coding and agentic capability. So that means we're probably going to be able to put this into our OpenClaw or Hermes, etc., and be able to use the 31 billion parameter model or even the 26 because it's super fast. Okay, what else does it have? Native system prompt support. So it has a system role. I'm not quite sure on this one. If you have, drop it in the comments. All right, and as we scroll through, we can see that, okay, so there are 3 dense, those are 3 dense models. The amount of layers, we got 60, 42, 35. This is great. So the smaller versions only support 128,000 contacts, which is still a lot. It's a lot. That's like a full book, honestly. And 256 is really good. Vocabulary size is 262,000. And it looks like the dense one doesn't support audio, which is kind of strange. And I'm a bit surprised that it doesn't support audio where the other ones do. So that's kind of interesting. Doesn't have an audio encoder, but it does have a vision encoder at 500 million parameters, which is pretty good. And then the mixture of experts also does not support audio. So when they said that they support audio, it looks like only the small ones support the audio part, which is kind of sad, honestly. I'm gonna be testing it out personally, just dropping a couple of videos on the small ones and see if they can like transcribe it. Let's see, benchmark results. So this is the juicy stuff. So here we have the Gemma 327B. So this is the old Gemma 3 versus Gemma 4. So hold on. I'm going to pull up the Qwen 3.5 right now. I'm just going to go ahead and pause the video. All right, I'm back. So what I did was I just quickly asked Claude to pull the Qwen 3.5 27B, and so we can compare the dense 31 billion parameter Gemma model versus the just released Qwen 3.5 27B model, which was really performing really well for its size. And as we can see, both of them are basically neck and neck. MMLU Pro, 86 versus 85. It's like just a rounding error. AIM, it says we do not have 27B for AIM, but the larger one was 91. So it's probably roughly around there. Live code bench, basically the same. Code Forces ELO is really high right now, 2150. GPQA Diamond, roughly the same. MMLU, Gemma's beating it out. MMU Pro and Gemma's also beating it out on that one. There's no SWE bench verify, looks like, for Gemma, but honestly, the Code Forces is a really massive, like, yeah, it's a massive gap right there. So, and this is really good. Let's just keep going. Just quickly, since this is a new model, we're going to go through, and maybe I should make this a bit bigger here. Okay. There is a core capability here. It looks like the thinking has built-in reasoning modes, long context, yes, long context, analyze video processing sequence of frames. So this is great. This is what we need. We can dump a video in there and then it can analyze that. Also PDFs, OCR. So we got trained on PDFs and object detection. It supports natively function calling for agentic workflows. I'm super excited for this, and this is just how to set it up. Looks like the sampling parameters are temp of 1, top P of 95, top K 64. So remember that. Temp 1, top P, top K. Okay, I'm back. So I think there's something wrong with the quant that I downloaded from LM Studio. Even though it was Q8, it wasn't performing as I expected. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually downloading the BF16 version from Unsloth. So I'm just going to select that. And you know what? Let's see what the small version can do as well, right? If we're going to be relying on the small version for, you know, if we're going to be relying on the small version for stuff like audio transcription, etc., we got to know how it performs and stuff. Okay, well, that was expected. We'll just verify the settings here. It looks like LM Studio. Yeah, LM Studio did that. So honestly, it's expected from a 4 billion parameter model. It's actually amazing that it got anything here. And yeah, let's just continue from here. And so the reason that I'm testing this is because usually models can generate like a base pretty well. And then if you ask them to make it a bit more complex, they kind of fall apart on the more complicated prompts. So let's do that. And it's really interesting actually, working with these models. Some of these models like fail in different ways. Some of them just like explode and you get a like completely random shape, and other ones will just, add more detail, but it won't completely explode. It will just be like a bit wonky. So I always like these, SVG tests. So let's see what the 4 billion did. Yeah, I mean, honestly, that's surprising for a 4 billion parameter model. It's good enough. What? Okay, so I do see where it failed though. You do see that there is a bit of a failure point here with the bike, but um so here's the spiel right now. This is pretty early in everything. It's very early. I downloaded the 31 billion parameter model in Q8 as well as BF16. So I got the BF16 version, and it's not working as well as I hoped that it would work. And the 26 billion parameter model is working way better. So there's something wrong with it, and I don't want to like give you guys, hope that it's gonna work out the gate. But it's just right now, as state of things, the 31 for some reason, even though it's supposed to be stronger, is not, as good. So it keeps looping for me. I did put the default settings. I tried other settings too. And sometimes it doesn't loop, sometimes it does. So I'm just gonna show the quick SVG test of Pelican riding a bike in SVG code, please. And I'll just show you guys how it runs on the Mac Ultra. Obviously, this is a Guff version, so, and it's also BF16, so it's going to be much slower. But as you can see, it's looping, and I don't know. Like, I know on the website it says to put like 64 here, and I believe it said like temperature of 1. So this is the recommending settings that Gemma Google has put out here. I don't know where I saw it. Here we go. So this is the sampling parameters: top P, top K, temp, and I'm just gonna put it here and show you guys that I already tried this, and it's just the quality isn't there for some reason. And I've also tried min P of 0.01, I think, which was recommended for the Qwen models. It was also having trouble with the looping. So as you can see, it's looping here. I tried it on the 5090, which it was a bit okay for a bit, and then it started looping again. So that's the state of things with the 31 billion parameter model. So I'm sorry, I can't test that one. I'm just going to go ahead and show you guys that I did get the 26 billion parameter model working really well. which is supposed to be actually worse than the 31 billion. So I'll show you guys that. I have the SVG thing open here so we can look at it, but I basically loaded the 26 billion parameter model on the Mac Ultra as well as on the 5090. So the 5090 is currently running the Onslaught Q6K version with 16,000 K context, or so 16K context, and it's at VF16, so no quantization on the KV cache. And it seems to be working decently. So here are the tests that I ran. And the reason that I think you might also have trouble with this is because I actually had to tamper with the settings a bit. I put temperature of 0.6, and I did test all of like the default K, and it does work like okay. It's not like the best, and you're gonna get a lot of variance for whatever reason. I don't know if it's like seed to seed variance, that there's some sort of sampling issue. I got this one dialed in so far with Mirostat to ETA of 0.1 and tau of 3.5. These seems to be working for me. And so what's happening right now is I have LM Studio as a server backend that I'm importing into OpenWebUI, and then I'm applying the filtering on top of that. So LM Studio in its page, it doesn't really give you the details of how to apply Mirostat, but it does support it. So if you send the sampling parameters to it, it will sample Mirostat in LM Studio. It just doesn't expose it in its own interface. So here's an example. I asked it to first create a SVG of a PS4, which is really difficult, guys. Like even 1 trillion parameter models like struggle at this. So I know Google has strictly trained their pro models on SVGs. So I wanted to test that. And here is an example of, well, there you go. So that's what it is. So this is a PS4 controller from the 26 billion parameter model on LM Studio on the Mac Ultra. And honestly, this is a really good PS4 controller. Like compared to everything else, this is very good. Again, you do have to dial in the settings, and it's like very seat specific for whatever reason. So then we tried the Pelican riding a bike, and I'm just going to copy and I'll show you guys what happened. So Pelican riding a bike, it seems to be working. That is perfect. There doesn't seem to be any braking in the SVG here. We have a steering wheel. It's sitting on the legs. It's connected properly. So there's no braking off the SVG currently, which is really good. And again, it's running really fast. You can see the estimated. Now I plugged in the 5090 as well. So all you saw here were the LM Studio Mac versions running the GUF. And then as you can see, the 5090, I hooked it up as well. And it's running at like 113 tokens per second versus the 70 on the Mac. And as you can see, we have the SVG of a goose working on a computer. So this is a pretty fun one. And here is the Mac version. And here is going to be the 5090 version. Oh, sorry, I just opened here. But as you can see, it's also pretty good. Right. So you're going to get like run-to-run variances, obviously. This is probably a cleaner version. And this is like very, very good. Okay. All right, we tried one more time. Unfortunately, it's not trained on outputting 3D images. So that's all we got so far. It does work, it does render, but it's just unfortunate. Okay, we're gonna ask it to create a web page that's similar to the Apple, if it knows what Apple web page is. Um, yep. And then we're just gonna ask it to output some sort of Pokédex. Honestly, there's a lot of assets regarding Pokemon online, so it should be familiar with that. There might be some knowledge caught up for sure. So I guess we'll see. All right, so here we have the code. We're just going to go ahead and preview it. It's very clean. Okay. So as you can see, we do have, what was it, 90? Well, not all of them. That's fine. So if I click on it, nothing happens. But we have really nice animations here. Okay, this is like very nice animations, and this seems to work. Yes. So this works. Okay, that doesn't work. That's fine. That is as expected. Right, none of those would work. Yeah, so great design, honestly. This is much better than a lot of like the large models out there. This is very good. That's more complicated, but it means it has to create a snake game first inside of the HTML and then use a sprite. I don't know how it would even use the sprite in a game, honestly. That seems a bit complex for it. But let's see if we can iterate. Honestly, I just want to see where it breaks on simple HTML and see if we can get some sort of, gaming in there. See how it handles that kind of logic. Now, we do see that it does still like fail at very hard prompts like voxel 3D rendering, but it still does put out like some sort of code. So the failure point of this model isn't like it just explodes. It's definitely interesting. Whoa, 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 whoa. It has a game. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Use arrow keys to move. Hold on. Okay. Oh, there's a score. Oh my goodness. So I think it used like one of those rock Pokemon. That is insane. That is smart. It used one of the rock Pokemon as the head. And so the blocks increase with its body. Okay, so this is a really good model. Okay, this model, okay, this is the last test. I don't think this will I don't think this will work, but honestly, like so far, I'm like very impressed with this model. And how little it thinks, like what, 9 seconds? It only thought for 9 seconds. If this works, I think this model just killed every other model. I think. Wait, hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Let me just open this. Let me open this in full screen here. Okay. It's working. Control for throttle, right? Shift. We are moving. The altitude is 10 feet. I don't think that works. Okay, well, we are moving. I don't see that the speed is increasing, even though I'm pressing Control and Shift. And our altitude is the same all the time. Are you joking? Wow. I have to push it, right? Like, we have to push it. 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 Like, where is it gonna... Where's it gonna fail? Okay. Okay, throttle works. Throttle works. Throttle works. Controls to slow down. That works. Your throttle works. Everything works. It's a bit tricky to play this, but honestly, let's try again. Did it pick something? Okay. Oh no. Oh, we got firing. Oh my god. Ah. Oh, there's enemies. There's enemies. It's hard to control, but there's it. Oh. Okay, that's the enemy. Okay, this is amazing. And do we die? Yeah. Oh my god. Okay. One more, one more option. This is amazing. Okay, we're gonna try a Vampire Survivor game. I don't know if it's actually more difficult to run this, but we got this far. Okay, this is probably like it's probably less impressive to play like a 2D Vampire Survivor than like a full 3D simulation like we just did. But I just want to see what it does. Like this is a very good model. This is this is very good. This definitely replaces Qwen 3.527B. This is amazing. Okay. Okay. Wait, what? In 3D? Oh, it's 3D. It's 3D. Oh, this is actually fun too. Oh my god. Oh, this is actually fun. Oh. Okay, the life does go down. I don't have any like auto attack enabled. Oh. Okay, guys. That's it. That's it. That's it. We're cooked. That's it. This is literally okay. We had to use very large models before this just to get anywhere close to logic that works. This just one shot like a game, and you can iterate to improve it on a 26 billion parameter model, 4 billion active. Okay, drop drop in the comment section. Drop it. Drop a like. Subscribe. This is going insane. Like